Had such a good ending to your season that you felt good about yourself at the start of next year. How does that relate to what's happened this year?
Well, we finished with a lot of optimism and very confident in the way that we played, and we carried that over to a really good start this year, and we just could not sustain it. But we're going to learn from this year. We're going to take the negatives and learn from them, just like we take positives and learn from them in that sense too. So there's definitely a lot to learn from having a year like this. Like I said, we started very well, but just could not. We couldn't sustain the level of play.
You obviously have a very young team, and when things don't go well, people will look at the leadership group, and some people question that group. Do you think that you need a little bit more veteran help in this room, maybe a player or two that have been to a championship final or won a cup?
Well, player personnel decisions are for the management to deal with. We definitely believe in the group that we have, but we did not get it done, and when that happens, as a team and as individuals, they're going to reevaluate and they're going to look at things, because we're in a business that we're here to win, and when you don't have success and when you do not make the playoffs and give yourself an opportunity to have success, things are going to be reevaluated.
Dion, Cody Franson used the word sorry when he gave us his message to the Toronto Maple Leaf fans. What does the captain of the Toronto Maple Leaf fans have to say to the fans?
Well, we, as a team and the guys that are in the room, we share their frustration. We are not happy with the way that this season has ended. Anytime you do not make the playoffs as a player, it's a disappointment. And like I said, our job is to play to win. We come at the start of the year with the mindset of winning a championship. That's how every team starts every year. And when you fall short of that by not making the playoffs and giving yourself an opportunity to play in the postseason, it's definitely a disappointment, and we're just as disappointed as our fans are.
Have you ever seen anything like this in terms of the amount of heat that this team has taken, and certainly you over the past couple of weeks have taken too? You've taken a lot of heat in the media. Have you ever seen anything like that before, Dion?
Well, it hasn't been a stretch. It hasn't been a good stretch for our team, and we've taken heat, like you said, rightfully so. We could not get out of the slide that we put ourselves into, and it was we were right there in early February, early January. We were right where we wanted to be, and we like I said, we got into a slide that we couldn't get out of. So it's everyone's disappointed. I'm disappointed in the way that the season has ended, and we're going to have to move forward.
So what do you learn from all this?
Well, you definitely have to learn from the experience. Like I said.
Well, what do you learn?
What do you learn? Well, you learn a lot. You learn that as a team, we were right where we wanted to be, and down the stretch when the level of intensity picks up, there's no easy games. And I think that on a lot of the nights we started these games behind, and we just couldn't get out of the little holes that we put ourselves into. And we've got to learn as a group that, down the stretch, games tighten up, and we're going to learn that.
At any point, did you feel like a scapegoat, or does that go hand in hand with wearing the letter on your jersey?
No, it's part of being the captain of the team. I definitely accept responsibility for the way that this season's ended. I take that upon myself, that I'm not happy with the way things have gone, but we've got to move forward. It's a new year next year, and that's the way that we're going to handle it, because what's done is done. We have to learn from it. We're definitely disappointed but we have to move forward.
When you talk about Dion, you have a very young team, and when things go south,
Yeah.
it's tough for a young team to right itself. Do you think that's something that you'd like to see it?
Well, the good thing about being a young team is we're going through this together at a young age. We're learning, and sometimes, you look at this slide that we went on, it's not a fun month and a half, and we have to learn from that. We have to learn that when we put ourselves in the position mid-season where we were at, we've got to be able to keep that and sustain that, and we're gonna use this as a learning experience and try and take the learning from it and turn it into a positive, because we have to put together a full year.
Have you been contacted at all about going to the World?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the World. Anytime you have an opportunity to represent your country, it's a huge honor, and I'm really looking forward to it.